I'm Debbie Lee Michonis. I'm the creator of the COVID Chronicles, and this is the second COVID Chronicles 19 drawings for COVID-19. April 6th, 2020, COVID-19 drawing number 20. In this drawing, a worker runs from the COVID-19 virus that is bowling down the middle of our economy and forces him to jump into a social safety net held by two healthcare professionals wearing PPE. April 8th, 2020, COVID-19 drawing number 21. I did this drawing just before a lot of the forecasts were released and modeling that governments were releasing to talk about how bad they thought that the pandemic could be. To me, it sort of was like asking someone to have a crystal ball and to figure out which door we were going to go through. Would we take the route that would be more mild, or would we be taking the route that would be more extreme? COVID-19 drawing number 22, April 10th, 2020. Friday night, people are usually thinking about wanting to go out dancing, go to the bar, go see a band. In this drawing, I was thinking about how the dance floor was actually a hotbed for COVID-19, and the only thing spotlighting on the floors during the lockdowns would be COVID-19. COVID-19 drawing number 23, April 13th, 2020. While I was doing the series, some people would give me ideas of things that they thought that would make good drawings. This one was from a reader as well, and she envisioned this idea of a mother who was doing dishes at a kitchen sink, and the bubbles encircled her family and made them safe from COVID-19. COVID-19 number 24, April 15th, 2020. I was reading media reports of national leaders who were denying responsibility for the care of their people in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic. I decided to contrast this against the ancient Sumerian concept of the ruler as a good shepherd who both defends the people from outside dangers while working to provide for and relieve those most vulnerable in their society from the harms of that society. COVID-19 number 25, April 17th, 2020. During the early days of the pandemic and lockdowns in North America, it was a relief to see politicians put aside partisanship to avert a healthcare disaster that transcends all political divides. However, as they began to get a handle on what to expect from this pandemic, politicians and political influencers started using the pandemic as another tool in their toolbox to influence political views and further their agendas. COVID-19 drawing number 26, April 20th, 2020. I'm thinking about all of the disrupted plans that people had for their summers, for their careers, for small businesses, and I thought, well, yes, that's really unfortunate, but at the same time it offers this great opportunity to revisit our goals and our plans and our dreams and redraw them in a new way that reflects the new realities that we're facing. COVID-19 number 27, April 22nd, 2020. This drawing was done in response to news stories of people who are protesting the closure of the economy in order to deal with COVID-19. To me, it seemed like two people trying to row a boat in different directions, and if neither of them can agree to go towards one rather than the other one, no progress will be made whatsoever. However, rowing towards money and not addressing taking care of people in the face of a global pandemic seemed like actually rowing backwards. COVID-19 number 28, April 24th, 2020. I was reading an article about meatpacking plants shut down for cleaning in the wake of a major outbreak at the facility. There was a photo of a worker clad in full PPE gear spraying the building with disinfectant. The image had a certain feeling of almost religious devotion to cleaning protocols to stop and prevent further spread of the disease. I was reminded of ancient Mesopotamian votive statues, the figures placed by their patrons to attend their deity, garnering favor and protecting from disaster through their unwavering attention. COVID-19 number 29, April 27th, 2020. It's been a month and a half since schools were closed at this point. The weather is getting nice and families are looking forward to the promise of a summer relief from lockdowns between the first and expected second wave of the pandemic. Some watch as the first wave blows away and down the road, while others have their eyes focused on watching for signs of a fall resurgence. COVID-19 number 30, April 29th, 2020. There has been a lot of speculation about herd immunity and immunity certificates enabling a return to normal activity this past week. That's what this drawing is about. Former COVID patients armored with their immunity helmets protect a vulnerable population behind them. But the protection is not reliable as the ratio of infected to non is still too low to complete the circle. COVID-19 number 31, May 1st, 2020. The weather's really warming up and the mountains are looking beautiful right now. This drawing is about having that freedom just ahead of us, that we'll be able to go out and enjoy nature and hopefully have the feeling that we've left COVID-19 behind us for a few hours. COVID-19 number 32, May 4th, 2020. So this is another drawing that came from a reader recommendation. That there was a CBC podcast which was talking about the effects of COVID-19 in the dreams of adults and children. COVID-19 number 33, May 6th, 2020. At this point in time, many people had been working home with their families around them for almost 2 months now. This particular drawing came out of a conversation with my sister, who has been working at home while trying to help her son with child care as well, and the challenges that this presents trying to balance these two things. COVID-19 number 34, May 8th, 2020. May 10th was Mother's Day this year, and this drawing was about all of the mothers who are in care homes or in high-risk groups, and their children are not able to be in contact with them. COVID-19 number 35, May 11th, 2020. This drawing is about how online shopping and delivery of our shopping from our retailers has actually become a lifeline to people getting the things they need, and how the importance of delivery people has really become apparent during this pandemic. COVID-19 drawing number 36, May 13th, 2020. I think at this point in time, we're starting to see COVID-19 becoming normalized, becoming just part of our lives, a new thing that we have to deal with every day. The same way that we started to see UV indexes on our weather forecasts, I'm starting to think that perhaps we will also see a COVID-19 index. COVID-19 number 37, May 15th, 2020. My husband was worried about possibly having COVID-19 because he has seasonal allergies, and some of those symptoms actually mimic the symptoms of COVID-19. So he went and got a test for COVID-19. And of course, when you get the test, you have to self-isolate and you have to wait until they tell you it's your turn to go get a test, which may be a couple of days. And then it may be another couple of days while you're waiting to get the results back from that test, which is far better than it was in the early days. But still, you are in the long wait, waiting to see, are you positive, are you negative, what things do you need to prepare for. COVID-19 number 38, May 18th, 2020. This drawing was initially done in response to the baffling group protests by people frustrated at being quarantined, unemployed, unable to access non-essential services such as restaurants, bars, and salons, and asked to take public hygiene precautions such as masking and social distancing seriously. Their lack of emotional IQ promote the spread of the disease by disregarding the very measures that prevent its spread. Protests against police brutality have swept the world, giving this image added meaning. Protesters risk COVID-19 to support causes worthy of protest. It speaks to a double-edged situation. Some groups attempt to use the quarantines and focus on COVID-19 as a cover for unpopular actions, while a population with time to pay attention due to COVID-19 economic slowdowns now have the energy and opportunity to resist those actions. This completes the second series of the COVID Chronicles. It's too early to tell exactly what changes this event will bring to our society long term. Some schools of thought will be amended to accommodate public health awareness. Others will absorb COVID-19 as a temporary anomaly. Still others will undergo a long overdue transformation, perhaps not due to COVID-19 directly, but to a slight shift in circumstance created by the disease, allowing a tipping point to be reached. Its effects, one way or the other, will be dissected for years to come. If you liked this series and would like to mark this unprecedented time in our history, you can purchase originals and prints of the COVID Chronicles at www.onelifefineart.com. If you enjoyed the video and would like to see more like it, the best way to support that is to like this video, watch another, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.